Welcome to Deep Thought. They don't want you to think. Who are the theys? Now, not necessarily some nefarious secret society, which in popular lore is trying to control everybody, or even the government, or even just necessarily the right or the left. Oh, no, or it could be anybody. Anybody outside yourself that is trying to control you. So it could be some huge global, even cosmic conspiracy, or it could be your neighbor, it could be your mate, it could be whatever. They don't want you to think. See, one of the things about this channel is just to think. That's why I say I don't have problems with disagreements. Just back it up, and don't think for a second I won't challenge it. But I'll do it peacefully. Okay? But they don't want you to think. Whoever the they is in your mind. Because I'm going to tell you what, one of the most dangerous things on a planet, one of the dangerous people on the planet is somebody who actually think about some things. Like think. Because I'm going to tell you what, let's take this on a larger scale. Much of what we see in the news, much as how it's presented to us, is to get people in their emotions, to get them in fear, to get them to support their program. And it's on so many levels. I mean, I could definitely get political. It definitely happens in the political arena, but it also happens in the economic arena. When you have these companies, when they advertisement is just, it's a spell in a way, a magic in a way, to get you to buy something you really don't need. That they trying to hit you emotionally, even sexually. That's why they use sexual images to sell stuff like an outdoor grill. That's why they use sexual images in the movies and everything. That's why they're like the best actors aren't the most beautiful. The best actors, they call them character actors. If you think about it, both the character actors are just regular people, but they can act, they can do whatever. But they are using that sexual imagery to convince you to do something or to steer you in a certain direction. I want y'all to think about that. Think about that. I want y'all to think about what I'm saying. I don't want blind followers. I want y'all to think about everything I say. Think about it. And if you disagree, please just be respectful about it. And even then, if you don't want to be, hey, as long as you're thinking about it, just do your thing. Right? But here's the thing, right? If you think, they can't control you. They can't control you. They can't manipulate you. And there's oh man, seriously, if I got political, there's some stuff I could just say. Because one of the things we do have people out here who think about stuff and who will put it out and say, hold up, this is the real deal. Like in the news, regardless of the situation, a lot of it is propaganda because they just going for your emotions. They ain't pointing out the real consequence of stuff. Or if they do, they'll do it in such a way where it's a lot of, a lot of people don't like to listen. Now, here's the funny thing. The people who do think will listen and they'll know. But they don't have a voice. Let's just be real. The voices, the individuals, the entities that have a voice out here, they just going straight for the emotion. They getting past your critical thinking skills. They going at another level. They just going deep. They getting past that gatekeeper, which is your critical thinking, and going right for your spirit, your subconscious, your emotions. And they'll get you mad about something instead of you sitting back and saying, hold up, what's up? I've talked about that before. It's important to question everything. I can even question me. I don't mind. It means you're thinking. I appreciate that. Because if I can't back up what I say or at least stand my ground, then y'all don't need to listen to me, period. Whether I'm right or wrong. If I can't stand my ground on something I said, yeah, And I want y'all to change. If I ever say anything and I say, I don't know about it, well, I look like a fool for even saying it. That's why I avoid talking about stuff I just straight avoid talking about stuff I don't know anything. I've told people, they'll ask me a question about something, and I'll say, I don't know anything about it. I can't give you a intelligent answer. I don't know everything. As I always say, I can't explain quantum physics in Mandarin, so I'm still learning too. But at least I'm thinking about it. That's why, and let's see, thing is, if people really think about shit, like I said, I mean, I've talked about, you know, it's definitely happening in the political field. If they thinking about what they're buying, do I really need this? Or the foods, or what's going on, or really thinking, all of a sudden the apple cart is turned over. All of a sudden, I mean, trust me, everything would turn over if people really think, if people really look at something. I want, hey, seriously, because that's the dangerous person. It really is a dangerous person, a thinker. And I tell you what's even more dangerous, a movement of critical thinkers. A movement, not just one person, but a movement of critical thinkers. When I mean critical, if you tell them something, they're going to question it. They're going to look at it. They're going to ask. And they're going to, once you start asking questions, you're like, wait a minute, a lot of shit is some bullshit. That don't make sense. That don't make sense. Like, I give you one area which I don't mind getting into. These medicines, they always say will fix something. And, you know, they'll give, I notice on the commercials, they'll give the image of somebody partying, usually in a mating situation or something, especially, you know, and they'll show, I notice that a lot. They'll say, hey, take this medicine, take this medicine, take this medicine. But then it's funny because they legally have to tell you there's some problems. But you getting the image, they telling you what's going on. The thinker should be like, oh, wait a minute. This, and this is a side effect? That's the thinker. The person not thinking, you know, moved by the emotion, it's like, oh, I get to have fun with a mate again? Or, you know, I can go to this place and laugh and stuff. See, that's the person who's not thinking. The thinker is going to be like, wait a minute, got these 3 side effects? Hold up, what good is it? Yeah, you get rid of one problem to like develop 3 more. A thinker is like, that doesn't make sense. Meanwhile, the stuff they could actually deal with it is probably not advertised. They don't have any money backing it because people can't make money off of a real cure. Oops, did I say that? Anyway, look into that. But when you start thinking, you become, that's real power right there. When you start thinking, you can't be controlled as easily. You can't be controlled because you're going to think on everything. I want y'all to think about that, all right? Think on that. Think. Like I always say, even for myself, don't take my word for everything. Go find out. Go find out. Go apply it. Go look for yourself. I tell people that all the time, even on my men's channel. I tell guys, I'm known for talking about body game. I say, you hit the gym yourself and see what you get. All right? But that's the thing. They don't want you thinking. It depends on which day it is. Like I said, I talked about the bigger scale, you know, political entities and economic entities, even metaphysical entities. But it could be your mate, it could be your parents. You just have to pay attention. Like thinking is always encouraged. Like even with my sons, I encourage them to think, even if they disagree with me on something. I was like, did you think about it? Oh, okay. You know, I just say, okay. I encourage it, you know. So anyway, think. Defeat the days. Think on this. I'll talk to y'all. Peace and blessings.